Good Wednesday morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad that even though we can't be together in our classroom, we can still see each other. Now, I can't see you, but I know what your sweet faces look like. And until we get back into the classroom, each day I will be reading some books and we'll be doing some review lessons. And then when we get back into the classroom, we'll start right back to where we finish. And hopefully we'll be in the classroom the rest of the time together. That's my hope. Now this is a review. I know I read this book to you, but can you remember what this letter is? It's the uppercase A, right? Remember that? The Acorn, and there's an acorn. And the alphabet letter A is special. Remember the yellow clothespin that I had above the A at school? That yellow clothespin reminds us that A makes two sounds. The B just makes B, just one sound. But the alphabet letter A is special. It makes two sounds. It says A for acorn or alien. It says A for apple. Okay, so remember that the A makes two sounds. Okay, and we talked about what we can grow from an acorn. And this kind of shows us that. Because of an acorn, a tree. So look, the roots go down out of the acorn and the sprout of the tree is growing up. And that is an oak tree that's growing out of the acorn. And because of a tree, so there's the acorn, there's the tree, a bird. And we talked about what birds like about trees, right? They can make nests. They can sit there and rest. And that looks like that leaf, which is the same leaf that's coming out of the acorn. That's an oak tree. And that looks like to me right there the nest for the bird. Because of a bird, now this bird is going to see the bug, and birds like to eat bugs, don't they? So because of a bird, a seed. So the bird came and got the bug and kind of jiggled that tree limb, and it dropped some seeds out of this little leaf. Let's see what happens with the seeds. The seeds came down, and some rain came down, and a flower, I guess, grew up from those seeds. Yep. And because of a flower, let's see what comes next. A fruit. And because of a fruit, a chipmunk. What do you think that chipmunk's going to do with that fruit? And because of a chipmunk, uh-oh, I see something right here. Mrs. Schmidt does not like snakes. I just stay away from them. They have their purpose, but I stay away from them. So the chipmunk got the fruit, and here comes the snake. I think the snake is thinking maybe he'd like to have the chipmunk. I don't know, what do you think about that? But look what's flying overhead. That's a hawk. And you know what? Hawks like to eat snakes. And because of a snake, a hawk. And because of a hawk, now look what happened. The hawk landed on the oak tree to rest and maybe to eat the snake, because that's just in nature what happens. An acorn fell out of the tree. Now what do you think is going to happen to that acorn? We've got an acorn. And look here, because of an acorn, what are we getting? Another tree. And when you have a bunch of trees, you have a forest. And there's all kinds of life in the forest, on the ground, in the trees, in the treetops. We don't always see that life, but it's there. It's there with lots of animals and bugs. So, because of an acorn, something small like this, when you have a bunch of acorns, grows a huge forest, and that is good for all the life on this earth. It keeps our air clean for us to breathe. We want to breathe clean air, don't we? This makes clean air. So you might say, well, that acorn is too little to do anything, just like you might think you're too little to do anything, but that's not true. Even someone that's young or small can make a big difference in the world's life. You could be kind. You could pick up trash. You could adopt a dog or a cat that doesn't have a home. So there's lots of things that you can do as a child that make this world a better place, just like this little acorn. So always remember that. Now tell me what letter that is again. A. Okay. Let's review. Oh, I've got something. Now remember, boys and girls, you colored, you did crayon rubbing. We didn't hold the crayon like this and color. We laid it flat and we rubbed it. And I'm going to be getting these cut out and glued together. Remember, it was two parts, the cap of the acorn and the bottom. And I didn't get a chance to read this to you. I was going to pass these out today and read it to you, what it says. So listen, there's power in the acorn and there's power in me. Just like the tiny acorn that grows to be a tree, whose branches reach to heaven for all the world to see. When I reach up to thee, Lord, I'll become what I'm supposed to be. So God has already planted inside of you what plans he has for you. And you need to make sure that you're always doing your best at whatever you're doing so you can be the best you can be. So when we get back to school, I will have your acorn ready. Okay? All right. This is Kylie. She's in my afternoon class. She was absent, so I'm going to use her paper. This is a review or a repeat. It's kind of like if you watch a show 2 times. This is a review of our uppercase A right there and our lowercase a. It's like the grown-up and the child. All right. Now, we're going to do the uppercase row right here. Remember the other day you circled if it was an uppercase A? What I want you to do today, if I point to it and it's an uppercase A, give me a thumbs up. If it's not an uppercase A, just do thumbs down. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. That's a quinky dink. 2 of them sitting right side by side. What about this? No. Thumbs down. That's an E. What about this one? A. Kind of looks like a mountain, doesn't it? What about this one? O. Thumbs down. We're not on O this week, are we? What's this one? A. Thumbs down. There's another O. What about this one? E. Thumbs down. We're not on E. What's this one? Thumbs up. There's our A. There's a coinky dink. We've got 2 sitting together. There's another A. And then our last uppercase letter. Thumbs down. That's an E. Now, remember the lowercase a is a circle and a stick. So let's look at the lowercase row. Same thing. If it is a lowercase a, thumbs up. If it is not, thumbs down. Okay, so what is this? Thumbs down. That's an O. That's just the circle, isn't it? It's missing the stick. What about this? Thumbs down. Lowercase e. We're not on E this week. What about that one? There's a circle and stick. So that's the A. What about this one? O. Thumbs down. Uh-oh, I see a coinky-dink, boys and girls. What have we got there? 2 what? 2 A's. So do thumbs up, right. What about this one? Thumbs down, that's a lowercase o. Doesn't have that stick on it, does it? It's that one. E, yeah, thumbs down. Thumbs down. O. What's this one? There we go. That's an A. It's the circle and the stick. Remember it says A for acorn, A for apple. And then what's that one? E, thumbs down. So here, remember we had the A. And what color do apples come in? When you go to the grocery store, do you see purple apples? No? What colors do you see? Red, green, yellow, and now they do have some apples that might have a kind of a yellow background with some red lines or some red coloring. What color is an alligator? Usually green. And that arrow, remember, is pointing to his arm. Right. Very good. Okay. And yesterday, or Monday, we colored a picture of Addison because Addison's in my morning class and she starts with an A, doesn't she? Now, in my afternoon class, I have a lot of children that their first name starts with an A. I've got Abram, Ansley, Austin, Abigail C., Abigail P. Oh, I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. Forgive me if I've forgotten your name if it started with an uppercase A. You know I'm still thinking of you, right? You know I am. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this down. Now, we had some shape review. You all took this paper home, and it's our homework. And someone asked me, well, what does that mean? Well, it means you take it home, and you do the work at home. Instead of like this paper, this was schoolwork. We did this together at school, didn't we? Okay. But this is homework. So I hope you wrote your name, your first name only. That word says name. So that's our instruction. It's telling you, start right here and write your first name. The first letter of your name is going to be an uppercase letter. The rest of the letters will be the lowercase letter. So on this paper, remember the instructions. You were to trace all the, what shape is this? Circles. Then you were going to trace all the what? What are these? Think about this, the things that it's got. It's got 4 sides, and all 4 sides are exactly the same. So that is a square. Same side, square. Does the circle have any sides? No, it goes around and around and around. No sides. So you were going to trace the circles. You were going to trace the squares. What shape is this? Remember, it has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. What shape is that? Triangle. The word tri, it's a special word, and it means 3. So how many sides does a triangle have? 3 sides, right? Now look at this one. So you were going to trace the triangles, right? Then you're going to trace this shape. You might say that's a triangle. But doesn't a triangle have 3 sides? This has 4 sides. Okay, then you might say, well, that Mrs. Schmidt, then that's a square, because a square has 4 sides. Oh, but wait a minute. Remember, the square has the same sides. They're all the same. So let's look back down at this. This is a what? Rectangle. A rectangle has 4 sides, yes. But does it look like a square? It has 2 short sides and 2 long sides. So you were going to trace all of those, and then you could color them if you wanted. And then you're going to bring it back to me, and I'll have a sticker for you, okay? All right, so that's your homework. Don't let your dog eat your homework or your baby brother or sister. Don't let them. Don't let them. Put them right back. When you get done with this, put it right back in your folder, and it'll be ready for when you come back to school. I cannot wait. Boys and girls, I was so sad to hear that. You know, we couldn't be together, but we have to be healthy, and so we have to do what's best for all of us to be healthy. And we can still learn this way, can't we? May not be the best way, but you know what? We're going to make the best of it. We are still going to learn. All right, our nursery rhyme for this week. There was a little girl, and she had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. Here's her forehead. And when she was good, let me see her smile. She was very, very good. But when she was bad, she was horrid. Now, not horrible. That is another kind of word. But this is an old-time word. Horrid. It means really, 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 really bad. So I hope that you will practice this nursery rhyme and that you will practice Jack and Jill and the Man in the Moon, and try and keep these papers. And when we get all 8 nursery rhymes done, you will have your own nursery rhyme book. Okay? I love that. Let's do a review about color mixing. Do you remember when we did some color mixing with paint? Well, this is called White Rabbit's, see White Rabbit in there? White Rabbit's Color Book. And this book is written by Alan Baker. He was the author, which means he wrote the words. He's also the illustrator. He colored the pictures. So the author writes the word, all of the words in the book, and the illustrator does the pictures. They might color the pictures, they might paint the pictures, they might just draw the pictures. But this book just has one person that made the whole book. Alan Baker wrote the words and did the pictures. So only one person did this book. White Rabbit's Color Book. There's White Rabbit. Isn't he cute? I love it. One day, White Rabbit found 3 big tubs of paint. Red, yellow, and blue. Sunshine yellow, she thought. Lovely. A quick dip and yellow rabbit, bright as the sun. Now what about red, thought Rabbit. What's this? Orange rabbit. Red and yellow together make orange. Do you remember that? We did red paint on one finger, yellow paint on another, then we mixed them together and we got a new paint. And it was what? Orange, yes. Time for a wash, thought Rabbit. Look, he's back to being a white rabbit. Red on its own this time. He's back, or she, it's a girl rabbit, I think. She's back in the red. Splash. Red rabbit, sizzling hot red. How cool blue looks, thought Rabbit. What do you think she's going to do? Okay, well, let's see. Oh. Yep. She was red. Now she's in the blue. Let's see what color we get. Oh, what's this? Purple rabbit. Look. Red and blue together make purple. I'm a very important royal purple rabbit. So remember we did that. We had red paint on this finger, blue paint on this finger, rubbed them together, and what new color did we get? Purple. Princess Purple Rabbit in the shower. Blue will do, thought Rabbit. Okay, so she's back to white again, and she's going into the blue. Can this really happen? No. It's make-believe, pretend, or the grown-up word is fiction. It doesn't really happen. It's fiction. How warm yellow looks, thought Rabbit. So blue into yellow. Don't say it yet. Don't say what color you think it's going to be. I bet you know. What's this? green rabbit. Is that what you thought? Yeah. Look, blue and yellow together make green. Oh dear, no more water. She ran out of water. What's going to happen? Is she going to have to stay green? Oh, mercy. All that's left is a little red paint. Now what would happen, thought Rabbit. So she's green. She couldn't take a shower. She hops into the red. Hooray! Brown rabbit, lovely warm brown. Blue, yellow, and red together make brown. And brown, that's just right for me. I see brown rabbits in my yard. So I wouldn't say that that color is fiction, would you? Now, we did not do that color mixing. We didn't do the 3 colors to make brown. We did the 2 colors to make a color, 2 colors to make a color. So that's White Rabbit's color book. So that was a little bit of a review from our colors, okay? Well, I want to show you a picture that James in my afternoon class made me and left me. And this, he told the daycare teacher at Westminster yesterday what he wanted to say, and she wrote it down. I miss you for 2 weeks. Today I really wanted to go to school. I love you. Happy birthday, James. He traced over his name. I love that. And then look, volcano. He made me a volcano. Isn't that beautiful? I noticed something about the volcano. Watch my finger. If I start at the top and I go down, I go back up to the top and I go down, and then I put a line in the middle. What alphabet letter did we make? Remember when we talked Monday how to make an uppercase A? So James, he thought he'd make a volcano, and I love the volcano, James. I love it. But I also thought about how I could make an uppercase A out of it. Like that. Very good. Thank you, James. This is on my refrigerator. Mr. Schmidt got to see it. And he said, wow, that looks like a hot lava volcano. I said, it is. It is. Okay. Well, boys and girls, that's all I've got for today. So what I want you to do is remember to always do your best no matter what it is. Even if your family says, clean your room up. Do your best, okay? Always do your best. Always be kind. Because if you are kind, whoever you're kind to is going to be kind, and then they're going to be kind, and they're going to be kind, and everybody will be kind. And we need kindness in this world, don't we? I also want you to get some exercise. Now, Mrs. Schmidt's going to go out in a little bit, and I'm going to do some yard work. And I'm also going to walk in my neighborhood with Mr. Schmidt when he gets home. It's important for our brains to learn, but it's also important for our bodies, especially when we're feeling kind of like this. Look at Mrs. Schmidt. I'm kind of feeling like this because we can't be at school today. And I could sit around and I could stay like this, but I don't want to because it doesn't feel good. It makes my stomach hurt. It makes my head hurt. So if I do some exercising, and I don't have to go outside if I don't want, I could jog in place. I could do some jumping jacks. I could hop like a bunny, and I could do all this inside as long as you could too, as long as your family says you can. If maybe you have a baby brother or sister that's sleeping or someone that doesn't feel good, you don't want to make that noise right then, so ask your family. But you can do things like that because learning is important for your brain, but exercising is important for your body, and I'll tell you it's important for your brain too. My friend Mrs. Moore would tell you that. When we exercise, we get oxygen to our brain, and that makes us grow, our brain grow even more. So you're going to be kind, you're going to do your best, you're going to get some exercise, and we've done a lot of learning, haven't we? Okay? So I'm going to throw you some kisses. You get to catch those kisses and put them on your face, okay? All right. And I will see you tomorrow, which is Thursday, so be ready. Bye, boys and girls.